8 games left of the League One season and 8 games to determine if Wrexham Football Club can gain historical promotion to the EFL Championship. Today we are going to be talking about the start of this 8-game run-in for Wrexham Football Club, which is possibly the biggest 8 games we will have in the club's history for a long while. It is going to be a massive time for Wrexham Football Club. There'll be a lot of content coming. I can stop saying it now. We're on the road to 26,000 because we have hit 26,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you enough for all the support you've shown, the videos and the channel over the past couple of weeks. We've flown by 26,000. We've flown over 4 million views on the channel, so I cannot thank you enough for the support here, and of course the further support by the people that have further donated to the channel. So I'm really grateful for everything that has happened to the channel over the past couple of weeks, because of course it's a really important end to the season. There'll be a lot of content and I want you to be on board for it, because like I said, it could be a historical season and one that goes down in Wrexham Football Club's history for eternity. Can Wrexham actually do it this season? Can we actually get promoted to the Championship? And it all starts on Saturday for a trip down to Devon, where we kickstart, of course, a big run-in for Wrexham Football Club. We face Exeter City at St James's Park. As Wrexham fans, we know this season we should look at every single game and think that's going to be a tough game. There's never a walk in the park for us, of course, and we cannot expect to be going into any game thinking this is going to be an easy 3 points, especially when we play the teams down at the bottom. But we've got Exeter City away. Exeter sits 16th in the League One table, but ever since that heroic performance at home to Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup, they've become a real tough team to beat. They've sort of just had that, not a wake-up call, but they seem to have really kicked on, and something seems to have clicked in the dressing room since that good performance, of course, against Premier League high flyers Nottingham Forest. They've only had the one league defeat since that game. They've conceded just 5 goals in 8 games, and to put it into perspective, prior to that FA Cup game against Nottingham Forest, they conceded 13 goals in 3 games. So evidently they've taken a lesson in defending, and something, like I said, just seems to have clicked. So you could say we're playing them at kind of the wrong time. Of course, they've not gone out there and won every single game, but they've picked up some points against some good teams. And as for their home form, of course, Exeter being the home side in this fixture, they've picked up 27 points and they sit 15th in the table, of course, for home form, and they've become a real tough team to break down in recent weeks, like I've said, and most notably defensively. And I think that could be down to the signing of Alex Hartridge, of course, signing in the January transfer window from Wycombe Wanderers at centre-back. And since signing, of course, in the winter transfer window, he's played in that back line. He's kept 5 clean sheets. And like I said, 13 goals in 3 games prior to the FA Cup fixture. Hartridge has come in, slotted into that back line really well. 5 clean sheets, a couple of really good performances against some top teams. So I think going forward, we're going to have to be on it, because, like I said, they're a tough team to break down, and defensively, they are a strong unit. Like most away games this season, it's going to be a sellout, and I hope with the week 3, of course, of Wrexham, we train accordingly, and we just know how to break them down, because every single away game seems like a struggle for Wrexham Football Club. You know, we're coming off the back of 2 really good performances, and hopefully we'll show our quality, and the quality will shine in this fixture, and hopefully, like I said, we can pick up 3 points, which I'm going to be saying a lot over the next couple of videos. So talking next on Cambridge United, and a lot of people will look at the table for this fixture and think it's going to be a routine 3 points, but having travelled, of course, like I said, to Devon, Exeter on the Saturday, and then down to Cambridge on the Tuesday, it could be a possible banana skin fixture. You've got to wonder what Wrexham will do in terms of travelling. Of course, Exeter is a really long way away, and I think there's an airport in Plymouth, so they could possibly fly to Exeter, as much to the annoyance of a lot of fans in the league, but they could fly there, maybe get the coach down to Cambridge. Who knows? It's going to be a lot of travelling either way, and they're 2 games that have the possibility to, you could say, cock up our season in a way. But speaking on Cambridge United, on paper they're the worst team that we have got to play in this running. But as we know, football is not played on paper, and as Wrexham fans, we should really know that. Cambridge sit 23rd in the table, 2nd off bottom, and have the 3rd worst home record in the league, only picking up 5 wins all season, and they've only picked up 1 out of a possible 15 points in their past 5 fixtures. So it's fair to say they are on a very bad run of form at the minute, and we could possibly be playing them at the right time. I think they've got Northampton on the Saturday, so like Wrexham, we're going to have a fixture where both teams have played in the space of 3 or 4 days, so recovery time and recovery is going to be crucial on Wrexham's end. Back speaking on Cambridge United, manager Neil Harris has returned to the dugout for them, but since returning they've only managed to pick up 2 wins in his second spell at the football club. So You know, that new manager bounce hasn't really worked. We know Neil Harris, he's a good manager. He's managed some massive fixtures in the past for Millwall, so I don't think he'll have any issue in getting the players ready and, you know, prepared for the occasion ahead. So, you know, I think it's looking at Wrexham's point of view. If we're on it from the first minute, and if we play our football, our possession-based football, and if we keep the ball, create plenty of chances, it sounds so cliche, but it is going to be as simple as that. They've got a bad defence, they've not got much going forward, so we just need to show our quality, not play to the occasion. And, you know, I think we should routinely pick up 3 points if they catch us on a good day. So, speaking on another relegation battling team now, Burton Albion we play on the Saturday. So we've got 3 fixtures in this space of 7 days. So we're following up from that away trip to Cambridge now to a home trip at the racecourse ground, a 12:30 kickoff. A lot of people, and me including myself, had Burton Albion dead and buried in January, but they of course had that January transfer window, a new manager, a few new arrivals, a few is putting it lightly, especially from Wrexham. They've poached John Daddy Bolvarson, of course, from us. They had James Jones and, of course, Anthony Ford. So there's going to be a lot of former players returning to the racecourse ground. Let's hope they don't come back to haunt us. That would be an absolute nightmare. But, you know, they've making a late surge for survival. I think as it stands, they're 6 points off safety. So they'll be going out there hoping to get every point they can get. Yeah, and I think looking at previous fixtures, they'll be going into this game off the back of playing, of course, promotion rivals Stockport County, Leyton Orient, who are in and around the playoffs. So make of that what you will. Crazily, I'm going to bring you a crazy stat here. Despite 19 places separating Wrexham and Burton Albion in the league table, they have only lost 1 more away game than Wrexham Football Club, which is absolutely crazy. They've picked up a lot of draws and only a couple of wins here and there. So they seem to be a team that have weirdly a better away form than home form. But like I said, there's a lot of draws in there, which makes me think they're a team that, you know, are going to get that first goal and really just hold out for the game and really just bring in the dark arts, become a real tough team to beat. 5 at the back, a low block. I think we're going to be expecting a tough game if they are to go 1-0 up, or if they are to get it level at 1-1 or 2-2, whatever it's going to be. I think they're going to be that team that are going to be tough to beat. I think as well, if you're looking at their recent away games, they've picked up points away at Shrewsbury Town, Stevenage and Barnsley. 3 teams that Wrexham went 0 points out of 9 points in those games. So it might be tougher than what people are anticipating and expecting from Burton Albion. Earlier in the season, when of course they didn't have the transfer window, they had the old manager, I'd have thought, yes, this could be a 2-3-0 victory. But you're looking now, Gary Bowyer in charge, he's been around a lot, they've got some experience in that squad now, they've improved the quality, and they seem to be, of course, making a late surge for survival. So I think there's going to be a lot riding on this game for both teams. Of course, they'll be wanting to survive. Wrexham need every single point, especially 3 points out of every single match day, so both teams have a lot to play for. Having said about their away form and their January transfer signings, Wrexham Football Club, at the end of the day, we've got to remember, have the second best home form in the league. We've only lost 2 home games this season. We should not fear anyone. We've picked up points at home to Birmingham, so why on earth shouldn't Wrexham Football Club win this game 2 or 3-0? We've got to be confident. And like I said, there's going to be a lot riding on this game, which could have an effect on the following game we're going to be talking about. So that game is Wigan Athletic, the away game that every Wrexham fan is looking forward to, possibly the biggest away game we've got now until the end of the season. 4,600 Wrexham fans, yes, you've heard that right, 4,600 fans will be creating a sea of red in the Latics away end, which will hopefully see us edge closer to automatic promotion. Just imagine if we picked up 3 points there and we're in the driving seat for that automatic promotion to the Championship. It would be ridiculous, but looking on our opponents, Wigan Athletic, we can all agree, and I think Wigan fans watching this, if there are any, can even agree themselves, it's been a very underperforming season from them under Sean Maloney. Of course, there's been a couple of internal and external factors that have impacted Wigan Athletic's possibility of pushing on higher into the table, but this is going to be treated like a cup final. Every single game for Wrexham has to be treated like a cup final. There's going to be a big crowd inside the DW Stadium. It's the 4th to last game of the season, with a win possibly being massive in our chance of automatic promotion. And if we're looking at Wigan Athletic, Wrexham should be fancying our chances. If we are to pick up, points away at the 2 teams that we have got to play, if we can come off the back of Exeter and Cambridge United with possibly 6 out of 6 points going into this, we should be licking our lips, because Wigan Athletic's home form hasn't been amazing this season. They've only got 6 wins and really struggle in front of goal with just 14 goals scored. So it could be a good day for Wrexham. Wigan have really struggled with consistency this season. I think that's been sort of the main reason why they haven't possibly kicked on for that top half table finish. Of course, losing Tello Asgard as well in the January transfer window was a massive blow for them. So it's consistency, it's losing players, it's just a bit of everything that's going on at the football club at the minute, which has really seen them have a really underperforming season. But having said that, there is still quality in that Wigan side, and you look at the back two, the central defenders in Jason Kerr, Will Aimson. In goal, they've got Sam Tickle, who I'm really surprised is still at Wigan Athletic. He's got huge potential, he's been in around the England youth setup, he's had a really good game against Manchester United. His consistency over this season has been brilliant. I think he's conceded 36 goals in 36 games. For a team that are at the bottom end of the table, he has got very high potential. Yeah, I think they're the players to look out for, and it's going to be like Halifax Town away a few years ago. Cast your minds back when there were around 4,500 fans at Halifax. It's going to have a similar feel to that. Touch wood, it's not the same result from that day. So that is it. They are the 4 games that Wrexham Football Club still have to play in the final 8 games. And looking at that, you might be thinking what I said. There is a massive possibility that Wrexham Football Club could at least pick up 9 out of 12 points. We're up there for a reason. There's no reason why I don't think we could go 12 out of 12. There is teams there like Wigan away, Exeter away, but you're looking at Cambridge away, you're looking at Burton Albion at home. We've got a decent run in until the end of the season. But of course, we have to take it each game at a time, and if we lose to Exeter on Saturday, it'll just completely sort of, put into jeopardy the game away at Cambridge United. There are 24 points still to play in League One. Everyone in the squad, the coaching staff, the fans need to play the part if we do want to create history. These are the glory days for Wrexham fans that are, under the age of 35, 40. These are times we have never, ever seen before at Wrexham Football Club in terms of just continuous promotions. And if we are to go up to the Championship, this will be a moment that will forever go down in Wrexham Football Club's history, Welsh football history, and even further English football history, for the first ever team to do 3 back-to-back promotions. And I think this is a challenge that the players and the fans should be relishing. And to think we could be playing Championship football, Southampton, Ipswich, there's a possibility we could be playing Sunderland, West Brom, Leeds, Sheffield United. It is so hard to sort of just process, because where we were 5 years ago. Watch some of the videos on my channel from 5 years ago, sat in this exact bedroom talking about Wrexham Football Club rotting away at the bottom end of the National League. It genuinely is the stuff of dreams. So if you did enjoy, make sure to click the red subscribe button, make sure to drop a like, and of course, if you did enjoy, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you in another video. Take care, guys. Up the town.